this deal right here is a pretty significant deal to a degree. It sets the basis for the future and will highly likely, in my opinion, be what we'll see at Cyber Weekend deals, but more than likely, there's highly likely and more than likely. Highly likely is we will see it. More than, well, I don't actually know how I bet. Basically, Cyber Weekend, I think that there's a chance, if that falls over, we'll see tier 5 alphas. Okay? So when we come to Banquet event, I can imagine that players are going to spend a lot of money. High-spending players are going to spend a lot of money to be able to rank 5 their 7 stars. I'm confident on it, mainly because history repeats itself. That's right. If you don't know MCOC, you'll know that history repeats itself time and time again. At the Banquet event 2024, rank 4 7-star materials. I think it was then, actually. Somebody in the community spent $215,000 to get, I think it was like the first ever ones. Oh, my tablet stayed there, please. And the first 3, I think it was, or whatever, something along those lines. Somebody spent $215,000. Expect that this year. Could be good bank. Yeah, and that's the state of affairs for stuff. But now it's a bit different because this is the first time we've seen the tier 5 alpha have this kind of little tease of the future, because this is the future. That at this moment in time, it's not possible to get a tier 5 alpha catalyst. Rank 5 7 stars, which obviously is the requirement, is not something in-game at the moment. But it's a bit scary if you consider the fact that I've got friends that are free-to-play players in this game, quite prolific, more so than me, like have a little bit more time. I have more time for the game than I do when it comes to like farming stuff. They're sitting at about between 13 and 15 7 stars at rank 4. Okay, so if they're sitting at that free-to-play, then what is the chances of you as a free-to-play player trying to, within 12 months, get, or even less than that, get close to where a high spender would be able to achieve? And that's a scary thing, because we're talking about up to rank 6 7 stars, and Kabam have even put in part of the deal that you get more of these ones right here, like the further you go up. But the main thing is about the kind of the jump, the first start to get to rank 5 7 stars. But you have to have a lot more. That's the thing. It's not scary now because no one can access it at a high spending level, but it may be scary in the future, because then where do tier 5 alpha get kind of distributed out to non-spenders and spenders as well? Like, I'm not alienating both parts, but you have to kind of go, well, who's going to be able to get the access and make the jump up early? And is it going to feel like, again, Battlegrounds is an unfair space? Are you paying for your prestige? Are you paying for kind of like early access to stuff? Is it this taking more advantage than, say, cosmetics, which of course we've got the cosmetics coming into game in a better way? There's a lot of questions that need to be answered on this one. So I don't know in the future if we're going to see any kind of like deals of tier 5 alphas. I'd say no for the time being, but I do think that round either end of Cyber Weekend or Banquet event, we'll start seeing tier 5 alphas kind of go into these deals. So that one right there is the earliest kind of access point. This exists, and shout out to someone, I think it was, who was it on somebody on Discord said excellent point, because this is basically like the deal where I think it's even got it here, the unit one, where the levels you go up is there it is. No, it isn't. It's somewhere here. The levels you go up, there it is. The supreme growth rewards. So those units right there, it's similar to that. And I think Kabam are kind of like doing this kind of, it's like a slow release type situation of deals to get to those particular tier 5 alphas and further rank up some of your champions. So the props are that I spoke to on the forums. I think it's Riggs. Is it Riggs? Yeah. Shout out to Riggs if you're watching. Yeah. So this deal right here is a little bit scary, but it's nothing to worry about just now. I mean, at this moment in time, I think the most prolific spender, and there's some good stuff that you can get to like help you on your kind of like your journey upwards. But the most prolific spender, which I definitely know there's like people with about 40 plus. Rank 4 7 stars. think it's here. Like the most that you not there. Sorry, the most you can get is at this space right here. Which, to be honest, like, well, I'd say the most prolific spender probably about. Ooh, that's a difficult one to say there, but it's like you need a lot for stuff, and I don't see it making too much of an impact. But it's definitely interesting to see the first time MCOC Kabam have put in a deal that is seeing a tier 5 alpha catalyst. Granted, you'll not be able to get it. Granted, now it's fine, but granted, in the future, this could be a big impact. And do you think, I'll put the question to you in the comments, do you think that this is going to be the big deal for Banquet event? Also, is that price fair? Because for that particular price, yes, you don't get it now, but if you're willing to invest for the future, it doesn't seem that bad, right? And look, oh, Rich, you can advertising deals. Look, I'll just point out the facts here, right? And this is facts. That's the amount of units you get there, 2,250, right? Plus 2,000. I mean, come on, we say over 12,000 units and more, right? For the price of £50. Look, don't buy it if you don't want to buy it, but I'm just saying that value for further investment and further grab ain't too bad, because you could go and find a load of different deals and like just kind of feel like, oh, I spent a load of money not getting much of value. There might be people considering buying it over buying something from the Cyber Weekend. So the difference would be like if you're spending, say, I don't know what this is in other countries. Is it $50? Is it $60? Is it $70? $75? Whatever. If you're buying that, overspending a potential, I don't know, $200 to $500 worth of value at Cyber Weekend, like you could instead go, well, I've only got enough, I can only afford like $50, whatever it is, and like, oh, I'll get that. And that's a slow burn of value. It could be an advantage. It could not be. Like, make your decision. If you don't want to spend in game, don't. If you're looking for value, you won't get that. That won't give you value instantly. Or it may give you instantly, but it might not do. I suppose you could grab the units from it if you're kind of the lower end of people in the 7-star rank up, and they can then reinvest that back in. Like you could kind of add up the 1650 there, the 1,500 there, the 1,000 there, and maybe you could get a bit further than that, or maybe that's a stopping point. Yeah, probably stopping point. But it's like, yeah, if you want to buy something cheap, maybe. If not, a very interesting deal. And yeah, I'm not for me. I'm not going to buy it. You don't have to buy it. But anyway, I'm done with the video now. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all soon. Have a lovely day. And what are your thoughts on this? Goodbye for now.